Yo, what's up, everybody? It's just your old keeping it real FOREX King back for a weekly Forex forecast for October 18th to the 23rd. So last week was crazy because of the brick exit and this whole stimulus deal stuff still trying to get done. But let's see for this week. So this week is Sunday. Nothing too crazy going on in the market. I don't really trade Sundays. I observe on Sundays. But Monday, we had the Fed Chair Powell speaks, 8 a.m. New York session. Expect some volatility because lately New York session's been crazy and pre-New York session been crazy. And then you got some news during the evening during the Asia session, the AUD. Then Tuesday, nothing too crazy, a lot of low impact news events. So I don't expect nothing too crazy going on for Tuesday. Then Wednesday, as you can see, there's some volatility for the Canadian pair, CPI, MM, and core retail sales. So I expect some movement for that pair to trade at. And also, there's a lot of news during London session for GBP, CPI, Y, medium impact. And then we get into Thursday. We got GBP news, BOE, Bailey speaks. So expect to see some movement during London session for sure, the GBP pairs. And then New York session, USD, home sales. Then it probably slows down on Asian. But then Friday, there's a lot of news for the euro. As you can see, German flash manufacturing, French flash services. So if you trade a euro pair, be cautious for trading during London session because there's a lot of volatility coming in the market. And also for the GB pairs, there's some volatility. And that's it for the week looking at forexfactory.com. Also, you can go to investor.com and you can see the economic calendar and you can look for the week of the 18th and see the different news events that's happening throughout each day and previous and the current forecast for them. So now let's look at the charts. Let's start with the GBP USD. So this pair been pretty volatile due to the BRICS exit. So right now I'm looking at a forward chart. This is what happened Friday. All this right here. There's a lot of consolidation, and as you see, the support, resistance right here was respected, and then market came up, respected the resistance. So this is a nice area of resistance that's respected so far in the market, and here's the area of support that's respected here, and respected again on Friday. So for this week, due to what happens with the news events concerning the British exit, coronavirus, we can expect to see the market break its area of resistance potentially. If it breaks it, it'll target this area, or we could see a different play out. Since we're slightly on a downtrend, but this is like consolidation, we could also see potentially it could come back down. Because right now the U.S. dollar is pretty weak, but it could get strengthened this week depending on the events happening in the market. But in other cases, if the market comes down and closes below this resistance area, this area of support, then we can expect to retrace probably and then continue down. But if it doesn't do that and decides to come up and break this area of resistance and now use it as support, we expect it to come back up to retest this area. So you can expect it to come and retest this area. And if it breaks it and acts as support, then we expect the uptrend. But due to all these news events, the market is pretty uncertain in direction. We could literally see come down this week or come down partial this week because right now the elections is going to definitely influence the market in November. So that's when the market is pretty pretty shaky right now with different volatilities happening. So just paying attention and see if it targets and breaks different support and resistance area. If it breaks this area, then we know we could potentially go back on an uptrend. But if it comes back down, then we know we're going back in the downtrend. And we're going to test these areas of previous support if it comes back down. And that's for GBP USD. Now let's look at GBJPY. It's kind of similar. You can see we broke the trend line. So right now, it's like a slight downtrend. So right now, I can see the market test this area of resistance and shoot back down, and it'll just come back down. Or we can see the market break up and test this area of resistance. And if it rejects it, we can see it come back down. Since lately, the market been up and down, up and down. And it can come down like that. Or we can see the market shoot up and break and retest back the high. So it's different plays depending on the areas of resistance and support. These are like key areas to pay attention. The 1345.731 and then 137.397, you could say. Now look at AUD. So AUD pretty much dropped a lot last week. The dollar got pretty strong. So right now we have an area of support. Now let's look at area support, area of resistance. So right now we're on a downtrend. So we can see the market potentially coming back down to retest this area of support. And if it acts as support, we can see it come back up, and then we could potentially come back up for the uptrend, targeting these areas of support and resistance. Or we could see the market potentially just come back up and test this area and come back up. Or the market could come back, test this area, and come back down. So these areas are reported in the market as targets for direction for support and resistance. But depending how the market plays respecting the area, you'll know when to buy and sell. And now let's look at US dirty, the Dow Jones. So the Dow went down. I know it's bad news because of coronavirus, tech sales. So right now, it's been on an uptrend. So I do see the market potentially retracing and then coming back up and creating more highs for the week. And if it respects this trend line, then you know it's going to be a continuation uptrend. We literally could come down, test this trend line, and shoot back up. Because we're still on the uptrend for the Dow. The unexpected Dow drop any, like doing anything crazy drops since the market is getting ready for election time, so they want to like boost up the market. And now let's look at gold real quick. So gold been kind of choppy. It's been kind of a little downtrend last week. So that being said, if you draw your trend lines, see the trend catching from wicks, you can see that even though it came down last week, it still tested the trend line and it's still on the uptrend for now. So this week, I can see the market potentially shooting back up. They'll probably try to test this area, the 1945.815. That is a possibility, or the market could finally break this trend line and come back and then just drop back down and play around this area. So all depends if it breaks the trend line. Might come down. Right now, it's still looking like an uptrend. And due to all the stuff happening in the market, when we go to safe haven, I do see it chance of shooting back up for this week. So that's pretty much it for the week for those currency pairs. Definitely trade what you see, not what you think. And be cautious when you trade since there's a lot of volatility happening, especially from London session and New York session. Make sure you adjust your stops a little above your entry when you're in profit and trade what you see, not what you think. And you already know we out here. So like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Peace.